Okay, what we're gonna start with is stretching our plantar fascia. Okay, it's the connective tissue, band of connective tissue that runs along the sole of your feet. Okay, so we're gonna push the mat away. Your toes are flexed, and we're gonna push our hips back very gently, starting slowly. Make sure you're pushing the mat away with your hands, and feel a nice stretch as your hips are moving back, feeling a nice stretch along the undersides of your toes, all along the sole of your feet. Very gently. If your heels fall out to the side, kind of apply more pressure, gentle pressure to your toes, okay? Big toes especially, so that your heels stay up. So very gently pushing those hips back, keeping your spine nice and straight, reaching forward with the crown of your head, pushing with the palms of your hands, and couple more times. Nice. Okay, slow down, flip your toes, place the tops of your feet on the floor. I'm going to sit on our heels now, and we'll do the next thing. We're going to lean to one side. So if you're leaning to your left, you're going to lift the right knee and gently press the big toe into the floor. You don't want to lift it too high. You might want to help with your hand. So just to feel a nice stretch, comfortable stretch along the front of your shin and the front of your foot. Then switch sides. Leaning to the other side, lifting that knee, gently pressing the big toe into the floor. And keep breathing, keeping your spine nice and long. Imagine your head being a balloon floating in space, very light. Release any tension in your jaw. And keep switching, okay? So you're sitting on one heel and lifting the opposite knee. And keep breathing into the spot where you feel the stretch. One more time on each side. Nice. Okay, now we'll stay sitting on our right heel. What we'll do with our left leg, we're gonna take it out to the side. So I'm kind of not keeping it right in front, but out in a diagonal line, out to the side, okay? Then we're gonna lift that, our bum off the heel and push it back. Push the hips back until your bum touches the heel. Again, push that pelvis forward, lengthening in this position, lengthening the front of your hip joint, and then hinge at your hips and push those hips back while keeping your spine nice and long. Reaching upward with the crown of your head, coming up, feel the opening right here at the front of your hip, and slowly lower it down with control. Press the shin into the floor, the right shin open fully, bring the pelvis into a neutral position, and hinge at your hips. And lower. And one more time. Good. Okay, now stay on that heel. We're going to stay down. Lean backward a bit, placing your hands behind you. Okay, and what we'll do, we're going to bring the knee out as far as it feels comfortable for you and take it back to the starting position. Okay, so bring it out. If you want, you can slide off the heel to the inside if you can. Okay. Or stay on the heel, or you might want to place a pillow under your bum. So we're opening it up, Feel a nice stretch on the inside of your thigh and bring it back. Couple more times. Relax your thigh, bringing it in and out and in. Nice. Now just walk your foot a bit out to the side comfortably, and you might want to sit on your heel, back on your heel, and we are going to move that knee in and then back to the starting position. So in only as far as it feels comfortable at your hip joint, at your knee, okay? Don't overdo it. You definitely don't want to hurt yourself. We're here to do some good stuff for our body, not the bad stuff. Okay, very, very gently. And out, back to the starting position. And moving it in and back and in and back. Nice. Okay, now bring yourself up, place that heel back and switch side. Now we are taking our right foot slightly out to the side in a diagonal, okay? Bringing hands together, sitting on the heel, pressing that shin into the floor, the left shin, and slowly coming up and opening up that heel, the crease, okay, at the front of your hip. And slowly with control, lower it down. You find the position of your arms that's comfortable for you. You might want to cross it on your chest, cross them on your chest. Push those hips back and slowly bring it down. Okay, we want to keep the movement under control. Okay. And when we're coming all the way back up, you want to kind of register, put a check mark that I opened my pelvis fully, okay? Without arching your lower back, you just brought it into a neutral position. Slowly down and up. And when you're coming up, think about a string attached to the crown of your head, and it's someone's pulling you up on that string. Pelvis to neutral, pushing those hips back. And pressing the shin into the floor, coming back up, open up the hip. Couple more times. Keep breathing. Find your own rhythm. Usually when in this exercise, when you go down, you'll exhale and inhale. You might want to take a breath in between. Do it through your nose. And last one. Okay, great job. Now slowly lower yourself down. And carefully lean back, placing the hands on the floor behind you. And we're gonna let the knee fall out to the side. If you want, slide your bum to the inside of the left foot a bit, or place something under your buttocks. Let the knee fall out, starting with a small range of motion and then increasing it as you feel comfortable. Knees falling out, the right buttock is on the floor, and bring it up. Keep breathing. Feel the stretch right here. Lengthening your spine. Not letting our head fall in between the shoulders. Nice and long neck without strain. Remember the floating balloon. Floating effortlessly in space. In our case, it's on our spine. And one more time. Feel the stretch, bring it back. And now if you were off the heel, sit back on the heel and walk your right foot a bit further away. and it's inward rotation, right, of your thigh bone. So bringing it comfortably in and out, and in, out, slowly and under control. Feel the rotation of your thigh bone ball within the socket of your pelvis. Pause briefly if you feel like it, and take it out. Nice. Awesome. Last repetition. Great job. Okay, bringing it back to the starting position, walking your foot back and bringing it under your bum. Okay, wiggle from side to side. And let's relax by getting down on the floor. Let me just take off my mic so that I don't scare you with the sound. Okay, so we're gonna lie down on the floor. Stay on your forearms for a bit, and let's find our pubic bone by wiggling our hips from side to side. If that's too much for your lower back, spread your arms out to the side. Place your head on one side, or on your forehead, whatever feels right for you. And we're going to keep rocking our hips in a relaxed manner. Notice if you're holding any strain, maybe in your front thigh, maybe in your hamstrings. So try to think of releasing that tension and rocking it gently from one side to the other. Choose your speed, whatever feels right for you. Let your heels fall out in this position. That's okay. We're letting all the tension go. And just letting our body be right here, right now, just as it is, allowing it, to be the way it is without changing anything. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Awesome. When you're ready, you just pause and lie here, taking a couple of breaths, feeling the sensation in your lower back, in your hip joints. Last breath in and breathing it out. Nice. Now we're going to place our hands right by the side of our chest, our elbows pointing backwards, pushing that mat away, lifting your upper body. Keep pushing the mat away, and hips are moving back. Stretch it out, stretch your spine. Let your belly relax and just sink in between your thighs. If you want, you can move your knees further apart from each other, out to the sides. Place your forehead on the mat and just stay here. Taking one deep breath, breathing out. And now we're going to pull the mat towards your body, tucking your tailbone under, rounding your lower back, your mid back, your upper back, and slowly lifting your torso, uncurling your spine, opening up the front of your hips, lengthening the spine. Imagine lengthening the base of your skull away from your hips, okay, so that the tailbone and the base of your skull are lengthening in the opposite directions. Okay, breathing into the sides of your rib cage. If you want, you can place your hands on the sides, the lower ribs. Feel it expand, your tummy expanding, and breathe it out, closing the ribs. Breathing in and out. And breathe in into the sides and breathe it out. Nice. Sit down on your heels. We're gonna take a breath in right here. Inhale into the center, rotating the rib cage to one side, lengthening the spine upward. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rotating to the other side while maintaining that spinal length. Inhale right here and exhale to the center, lengthening your arms, keeping your shoulder blades down, reaching upward with the crown of your head. Okay, pause for a second here. Notice the sensations in your body. Are you holding any tension? Or maybe some tension went away. Just notice without changing anything. Let it be. Now, you're going to give yourself a tight hug. This is the end of the workout. Thank you so much for being here with me.